Welcome back, everyone, to Pontos, Fathom, Hobbies. This is Season 16, Episode 3 of Eldritch Horror, and we are playing Cities in Ruin Expansion. The topic here is the devastation and disaster encounters of a world being torn apart. We've already had Rome collapse. We've had the meteor shower, and we'll see what's up next for our disaster and devastation cards. We also have Nyarlathotep on the board. Nyarlathotep, he is in the middle of the Brotherhood of the Dark Pharaoh, investigating the Great Sphinx as our active mystery. I believe we need to add a new card here into the reserve. And let's go ahead and jump right into round 3. Before we do, quick shout out to this channel's sponsor, Pontos Fathom Press. We've got the Catu Journals out of Lovecraft's Providence, Volume 1, Genealogy of Cthulhu, Volume 2, Psychoanalysis of Rilya. Moving on to Volume 3 in the trilogy, The Archaeology of Yog-Sothoth, goes into a study of cosmic evidence in the Cthulhu head nebula and the Lovecraft silhouette from the Necronomicon fragment. Yog-Sothothery indeed. Followed up by the second trilogy by Giuseppe Balsamo. You can check all of these out in our bookstore. There are two trilogies here, 3 volumes each, but you can actually read the books separately. Starting out with Cthulhu, Rilya, Yog-Sothoth. We've also put together the compendium of all 6 volumes, a hardcover edition, Catu Journals out of Lovecraft Providence, Pontos Fathom Press edition. It's a massive tome, collects all of them, would fit right next to your collected works of H.P. Lovecraft. Go check it out in the bookstore. As usual, for as little as $1, you can read Genealogy of Cthulhu over on our Patreon. Helps us to support the channel. We are not monetized here. And also your likes, subscriptions, special thanks to our subscribers, our commenters, and our Patreon members. Thanks a lot for your support. Let's jump into round 3. First off, we are going to... Oh, I put this upside down. First off, we are going to... Actually, these are upside down, not that. Let's flip these back this way. Okay, so first off, let's go to Bob Jenkins, the salesman, our leader. He is going to try to get one of these research encounters. Let's have him heal up this round. And he will also go ahead and move 1 space to do a research encounter. We're going to next go up to Ashcan Pete. Ashcan Pete, he is going to move from the devastation of Rome into the pyramids, where he can encounter the mummy. Next up, we will also have Rita Young, the athlete. She's wrapped up in Tokyo. Let's have her go into Shanghai and attack that sand dweller. These are all the monsters that were spawned last round. We do have Rilya risen here with a cultist in place. And let's go ahead into now our encounters phase. Starting out with Bob Jenkins. He's going to get... Bob Jenkins, the salesman. He gets a research encounter card. This is a Nyarlathotep research encounter card. Looks like I'm tracking weirdly here. Just fix this. Okay. So research encounter card. We are in a ocean space. So it says, a starry omen appears in the night sky, foretelling of the coming of the Daemon Sultan. So let's go ahead and roll a test here. If you pass, you record the information quickly, hoping to use it to change the future. Gain this clue. If you fail, don't worry about it. You didn't fail. We're going to go ahead and place this on the active mystery. The active mystery, if we put 2 clues here equal to half, then we complete the adventure. So we have put 1 clue on investigating the Great Sphinx. So we're on the way. Let me just Somehow this keeps falling down. Okay. Okay, great. Let's now move on to Ashcan Pete. Ashcan Pete's going to go ahead and encounter the mummy and then do that research encounter. So first off, fighting the mummy. It's funny, this monster, when it spawned, it moves to the pyramids, but it spawned on the pyramids. So that's always very weird synchronicity here in the gaming world. Let's go ahead and have him roll his test. He passes. Poor Ashcan Pete. We have, let's say, a word for poor Duke. Duke barely got to get involved here, although he did help him with a couple rerolls. So Ashcan Pete is bereft of the beloved Duke. He is able to get 2 hits here. So he will also take a hit himself. And 2 hits for this. That's going to end it for his turn. And lastly, we'll go to Rita Young. She will encounter the Sand Dweller. So the Sand Dweller, if you fail the eye test, discard an ally asset. So she doesn't have to do that. So she passes that test, and then let's have her do the strength test. And she is able to do 1 damage here. So again, 1 out of the 2 damage. Let's also have her damaged as well. Let's go ahead now and go to our Mythos phase. So Mythos phase is next. We'll pull a Mythos card. And we have Augur of Destruction. So first of all, we're going to do the advance the active omen. So we advance the omen to the gate. We have 1 gate open. It is blue. So at Riliad we have a blue gate, so that's fine. So we don't have any advancing of doom. Actually, we have to pull this Eldritch token out, by the way, because we used up 1. Every Eldritch token here on the board, we're going to play one of these disaster cards. And then I think the Mythos cards may also spawn some disasters. Next, we're going to go to a Reckoning phase. So, no Reckonings here. Any of these monsters have a Reckoning. This one has a Reckoning. Roll 1 dice. Let's roll 1 die. Nothing happens. And let's check the Reckoning phase. We discard an Eldritch token from this rumor. Okay, so we've got 1 Eldritch token removed from that again. So that's looking like no one's getting there anytime soon. So we're probably going to just run out of this one. For our cultists, let's just see what the resolve is. It says, if you fail the test, if you fail the, oh, that's fighting the token, but we have an investigator as a group take half the token, so we're going to get 2 Eldritch tokens again. This time I'll give 1 to Rita, and I'll give 1 to Bob Jenkins. Okay, so that's another Reckoning. And any other Reckonings? We did this Reckoning. So Reckonings are done. Let's go ahead now to the spawn a gate, and we get the Himalayas. And we'll get a monster going there. And we have another cultist in the Himalayas. Okay, so we spawned a gate. We've got the Himalayas. Let's read the Augur of Destruction. It says, the old woman's fingers dig through the deer's entrails, reading the future by some unfathomable means. In the end, she warns of certain doom approaching for a large city. Draw and resolve a disaster. Let's do a disaster here. Hurricane strikes Buenos Aires. Outside, you can hear the roar of powerful winds, embedding countless shards of lethal debris into the walls. The roofs groan, threatening to disappear into the sky. Each of the investigators on Buenos Aires or an adjacent space lose 3 sanity and gain 2 injury conditions. Buenos Aires becomes devastated. Wow. Okay, we've got Buenos Aires devastated. We did not spend clues equal to half. That's fine. That is going to wrap up round number 3. Just put a little note here so we can make sure we come back for round number 4. And we'll see you guys in the next turn. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.